Good morning, Hawks. Today is Monday, April 27th, 2026. My name is Chris. Hawks, today we're on the 14th day of the fourth week back. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You now may be seated. Now let's look at our weekly attendance. Our total attendance for yesterday was 6th grade, 97.42%, 7th grade, 92.29%, 8th grade, 92.76%. Our total attendance for yesterday was 93.18%. Hawks, let's try to reach 96% and being present at school every day. Good job, 6th graders, for reaching over the 96%. Let's look at our weekly attendance. Our total attendance for last week was 6th grade, 94.94%, 7th grade, 95.10%, 8th grade, 94.65%. Total attendance for this week was 94.90%. Let's try to reach 96% and be present in school every day, Hawks. Now let's look for the lunch of the day. Cheese enchiladas, Mexican spiced rice, breaded buffalo chicken with a dinner roll, and meat lovers pizza. Enjoy your meal, Hawks. That sounds good. For our club and sports section, we have the following announcements. Students, please remember to turn in your library books. Have you checked your Skyward account lately? Do you have any unpaid technology fees? Remember, every student in Clint District is charged a $15 technology fee. That fee carries over. So if the fee wasn't paid last year or this year, the fee is now $30 because $15 plus $15 is $30. Did you do any damage? This fee may be on your account too. Fees from elementary school may be there too. Technology fees may be paid online with a card or in person with cash. It's important to always be in dress code on a daily basis. You must be wearing a solid black, gray, or white polo shirt. Your student ID is allowed approved pants. Only natural hair color is allowed. And on Thursdays, you're allowed to wear college or military shirts. And don't forget to show your Hawks beard on Fridays. Remember, no pullover hoodies or torn jeans. We always want to dress for success. Let's go to Studio 2 with Miss Reese.
Good morning, Hawks. I hope you all are having a wonderful Monday morning and we're able to get quite a bit of rest this weekend. Teachers, we do want to remind you that Mr. Vasquez will continue to pull students for their STAR makeup exams this week. So please make sure that you are checking your email and waiting for any announcements to release students. Students, if you did miss any of your STAR exams, this will be our last week to do all of those makeups. On Saturday, we will also be hosting our Viva la Fiesta event. This is an opportunity for our upcoming 6th graders to visit our campus and learn more about the programs, clubs, and activities that we offer. We always want to show the best that HMS has to offer. So students, if your teacher, sponsor, or coach has asked you to join us on that day, please make the time to do so. This way you get an opportunity to meet and greet our new students coming in and showing them the wonderful things that we do have. Thank you, Hawks, for all that you do and for showcasing our great campus. Our attendance goal is, of course, at 96% to earn that Hawk Dress Pass. Last week, we did have some super high days, but we also had some really, really low days. Monday and Friday really shot our attendance down, so we did not make that goal of 96%. Students, we also do want to remind you that we do have an added incentive. So for each day that your grade level earns at 96% or higher, I am going to be adding 50 water balloons to your field day event. So let's see how many water balloons your grade level can earn. Currently, our 6th graders have 50, our 7th graders have 100, and our 8th graders have 50. So we need to make sure we are doing our best about being here every day in every period so you can earn those water balloons. Cell phones, earbuds, and smartwatches must be turned off and out of sight. If it is heard or being used, it will be picked up. Our focus is on our learning, and these devices are distractions. Our campus vision is building resilient achievers as our leaders, and we can reach our vision by following our PBIS Hawk core values: be responsible, be respectful, be safe, and be present. Students, we do want to talk a little bit about being responsible. We are near the end of the 6 weeks, so please make sure that you have completed and turned in all of your assignments so you are passing all of your classes. Students, we do want to talk about being safe in our hallways, in our cafeteria, out in the field, and especially in our classrooms. Please make sure you are following all of the expectations that we have set forward, walking and reporting any unsafe incidents. Never forget that you are loved here at Horizon Middle School. We are happy that you are here each and every day. Someone hasn't told you they love you today, Hawks. I'm telling you, I love you. The decisions you make today affect you tomorrow, so always make those great decisions. Be proud to be a Hawk because we are proud of you. Have a great day, Hawks. Now let's go back to Studio One with our anchors.
Thank you, Ms. Reese. Next, we have our counselors with their SER lesson.
And today's message is going to be on conflict resolution. This is trying to get along with each other a little bit better. So the 4 steps to resolving a conflict, we're going to discuss that this morning. But what is conflict? It's a serious argument or disagreement, a natural part of life and relationships, because anytime you're around someone for any length of time and you really begin to become to know each other, that's going to be part of it. What is conflict resolution, though? It's the process of resolving a conflict. There are 4 proven steps that can be taken to resolve these conflicts. What are the dangers of not properly resolving the conflict? Well, if you don't get to that point, it can damage relationships and lead to an escalation or worsening of the conflict, and it can cause a lot of stress. What are the benefits of learning social skills to solve those conflicts? It can be a learning opportunity for you on how to resolve these things. So going forward into your future with your other relationships as an adult, or even relationships on your workplace, it can help you get along with people better. It can improve social skills, improve relationships, and you're more likely to be successful in your personal life and in your workplace. And this is just going to bring you a lot more peace and happiness in your life. What are the 4 steps to successfully resolving the conflict? Well, first, you've got to stop and think. And this is the major one, because if we don't stop and think, then sometimes we can tend to say words or do things that are inappropriate and that we'll regret later. We can redirect, we can investigate, and we can also find a solution. So what is step 1? Stop and think. Notice the conflict and stop and think. How you react can determine if conflict becomes worse. So be strong, be mature, and act like a leader. Don't let your words or other people's words bother you. Be calm and don't fall for the conflict trap, because they may be expecting an angry response. So a lot of times students get into a conflict and then they want to meet each other at lunch to try to resolve it alone, and it turns into something that can be really, really detrimental for them. So don't fall into that trap. If someone says, oh, we want to talk to you, come and get an adult to help mediate the situation. What is step 2? Redirect. Arguing will need to be stopped and redirected. Nothing can be solved until a conflict is redirected. A productive, useful discussion needs to begin. Be a leader and direct the argument into a fruitful discussion, or negotiate a pause or break in the conflict. Sometimes it's just productive to walk away. And how can you redirect an argument? Start off by informing the person in a polite manner that you understand that he or she is upset. And a lot of times that's all they really need, is just for you to acknowledge it. Suggest to them it might be best for both of you to sit down and see if you can respectfully figure out the things together, which means not cursing, not pushing, not shoving, not accusing. If the person declines, it may be best to politely walk away and try again when everyone's a little calmer. Sometimes we have students come in and they do want us to resolve the conflict that they have. Other times it's our administrators that ask us to meet with two students. And a lot of times we find they're highly upset and too upset for that remediation to happen. So we do need to separate them, take some time. Sometimes it's a couple of days, and then we ask them to come back in. And by then people are calm and they can think straight. Be patient. It takes several attempts and carefully chosen words to redirect a person. And remember, there is no perfect wording to redirecting an upset person, but it's helpful to show you truly want to listen and are willing to work on repairing the issue. A lot of times when you're arguing with someone, you may have found this. If someone's arguing with you and they're upset, if you just remain calm and quiet and silent and let them say everything they need to say, a lot of times when you're not responding, that's when it kind of snaps them back into reality of, hey, they're not even fighting with me, and they calm down. So you choose to be the leader. And what is step 3? It's investigating. You'll need to find out what is really causing the conflict. And a lot of times we are finding that the conflict comes from gossip and rumors. And we just had this discussion last week with you as far as our lessons on gossip and rumor spreading. A lot of times it blows up between two people and they have actually not said anything about each other. It has been all the so-called friends who have instigated a problem. Both sides should have the opportunity to be respectful, explain their point of view and how they feel, be willing to listen without interrupting, and keeping the discussion focused on the real problem. A lot of times, again, it's the real problem is the friends that we carry around who just want to see a fight. And don't let the discussion become sidetracked or old unrelated issues, or for it to become a personal attack. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Ms. Gomez, and she's going to finish up with the steps. Hawks, have a great day.
Good morning, Hawks. Hope you had a great weekend. And this is the beginning of our work week. Yes, work week. Even for you guys, as we're still working, we're still trying to get you to pass on to your next grade level and achieve great things. So let's continue with conflict resolution. What is step 4? Find a solution. You will need to work together. That means together, not against one another, to find a solution. Being able to make some compromise, because that is how you solve or make good agreements. So what does that mean? Sometimes we both have to admit we were wrong. Maybe we talked out of anger. Sometimes we have to learn to share. Sometimes.
Yes, ma'am. Do you have Miss Violet Chavez in class this morning? Who? Violet Chavez? Yes, ma'am. Can you please send her to lab A for testing, please? Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And we had a little bit of an interruption. So again, remember, we got to learn to compromise, because that shows that we're making good agreements. Again, sometimes we have to learn to say we're sorry. Sometimes we learn to admit we were both wrong, or sometimes we learn to share. Be positive and encourage. That could be infectious. What does that mean? If you have a good attitude, the other person will show a good attitude. Show leadership. When an argument is reached, shake the person's hand and show them that you are thankful. When you reach an agreement, shake the person's hand and show them that you are thankful, happy that the conflict was resolved. In other words, be a good sport. Don't walk away angry just because someone asks you to mediate. No, do it with kindness, goodwill. So what happens if you're not able to resolve a conflict and that happens? Seek mediation. That means somebody that's going to help you come together and find a solution. That could be community leaders, teachers, or school counselor, coaches, family, and friends. Just find that help. And right here at school, you have a lot of adults that can help you find that common ground. So how do we avoid conflict? Many conflicts abruptly start and quickly escalate. That means they get big. How you decide to react to a person will often determine if a conflict arises or escalates. In other words, it's all up to you. If somebody comes at you hard or maybe a little bit negative, if you react in the same way, that causes conflict. But when you walk away calmly and you don't react in anger, it de-escalates, and it means it's not going to happen. This means you have a lot of power to avoid conflict. Control your emotions. Control your words. Don't become angry or defensive. That's a big one. So again, do's and don'ts to avoid arguments. Do control your emotions. Stay calm. Control your tone of voice. Don't sound angry. Ignore the small things. That's a big one. Use humor. Apologize if you did something wrong. Be empathetic. That means kind of show empathy or understanding for the other person's feelings. And don't, this is a big one, become emotional. Don't threaten. Oh, that's a big one. We're going to fight. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you during lunch. Meet me in the bathroom. Meet me after school. No, don't threaten. Don't get defensive. Don't yell. Don't argue feelings. Judge or criticize. Don't use put downs. Don't taunt or tease. And don't be afraid to walk away. It's okay to walk away. But if you're afraid to walk away, you stay in the conflict, then not good things are going to happen. Again, these are tips to avoid conflict. And remember, we see this every day, but it's up to you how you react. Remember, stay in control. And that means controlling a lot of things. Words, emotions, stay calm, and your reactions. And again, thank you. I'll hand it back to the anchors now.
Thank you to our thank you to our counselors. This concludes our morning announcements. Teachers, remember to follow the 5-step plan and please check students for dress code. That's all for today. Have a great day, Hawks. The best way to predicate